While we're crafting the lesson plan, we also need to do a fair amount of research on the subject. So this is going to mean time in the library, books online, and documentaries. It does take a considerable amount of effort, but it doesn't have to take up weeks and weeks and weeks of preparation. You don't have to know everything before you start teaching. That may seem like a crazy idea, like you're going to be flying by the seat of your pants, but you really don't. You kind of want to have an idea and a strategy, and then the rest of it, you're going to learn along the way while you're crafting things together. My dad has this saying, be so organized that you're flexible, and that's what this time is. The curriculum weaving is another part of that organization. You're going to see how to interweave all of those subjects together through all the domains of study so that it really becomes ingrained in their learning. You're layering that cake, you're icing it. You're going to decide anticipatory sets. Anticipatory sets, it sounds like such a big word, and all it is a fun object that you have. For the weapon study class, I would bring something every day and I would set it in the middle of the table and I wouldn't talk about it. And everybody would file in very quietly and they'd be so anxious. Like, what is this? What does she have here? It could have been a weapon. It could have been when we were going to blow something up. It was just baking soda vinegar in a Ziploc bag. Or it might have been some books on different weapons from ancient times. Another time I brought in some flint rock and arrowheads. Whatever it was, it just got their attention focused. It woke their brains up and they said in the way that like, oh yeah, weapon study class, what are we going to learn about now? And it was something to touch and feel and look at. This is, again, where we pull in planning for movement, brain activation, and learning styles. Don't forget, I cannot drive this point home enough. At teaching your child, we're not saying to teach to that one learning style that each student has. That's impossible. If you've got more than one child, you can't do it. To create a well-rounded learner, a holistic learner, if you will, is a child that you apply information in the way that their strongest learning suit is, and then you teach and pepper in with the weaker learning styles. And this really creates a full, well-rounded learner. Because you never know when your children are going to leave your teaching method and go to someone else. It might be they have to go back into school for some other reason, or they go off to college, or they're in the workforce world. Either way, not everyone is going to stop and take time to work to their learning style. So the best thing we can do as a parent-teacher is develop all of the learning styles. That way they're fully prepared and fully ready for the world. Don't forget to plan your assessment questions. This may seem mundane, but it's important because you don't always want to stay on those first two rungs of knowledge and comprehension. You're going to want to move up the ladder too and back and forth. So really think about your questions and plan them out beforehand.